I may depart with with little while I live, something I may cast unto you, not much, alas, the prison I keep, though it may be for great ones, yet they seldom come before say salmon to like the number of minnows. I am given out to be better line than I can, appear to report as it is a true speaker. I would, were I really like to be delivered to be. Mary, what I have, be it what you will, I assure upon my daughter that'll be the day of my death.
Sir, sir, I demand no more than your own offer, and I will estate your daughter in what I have promised.
Well, we will talk more of this when the solemnity is past. But would you have a full promise of her? When shall she be seen? I tender my consent.
I have, sir. Here she comes.
Your friend and I have chanced to name you here upon the old business, but no more of that now. So as soon as the court is hurried over, we will in time have the end of it. In the meantime, look tenderly to these two prisoners. I can tell they are princes.
These strolings are for the chamber. 'Tis pity they are in prison, and 'twere pity they should be out. I do think they have patience to make any adversity ashamed. The prison itself is proud of 'em, and they have all the world in their chamber.
They are framed to be a pair of absolute men.
By my troth, I think fame but stammers 'em. They stand a grace above the reach of report.
I heard them report in battle to be the only doers.
Nay, most likely, for they are noble sufferers. I marvel how they would have looked had they been victors, that with such a constant nobility enforce a freedom out of bondage, making misery their mirth and affliction a toy to jest at.
Do they so?
It seems to me they have no more sense of their captivity than I of ruling Athens. They eat well, look merrily, discourse on many things, but nothing of their own restraint in disasters, yet sometimes a divided sigh, martyred as 'twere, I think, in the deliverance, will break from one of them, when the other presently gives it so sweet a rebuke that I could wish myself a sigh to be so chid, or at least a sire to be comforted.
I never saw him.
The Duke himself came privately in the night, and so did they. What's the reason of it? I know not. Look yonder, there they are, Arcite's lookout.
No, sir, no. That is Palamon. Arcite is the lower of the twain. You may perceive a part of him.
Go to, leave your pointing. They would not make us their object out of their sight.
It is a holiday to look on them. Lord, the difference of men.
By your leave, gentlemen.
Now, honest keeper?
Lord Arcite, you must presently be, presently to the Duke. The cause I know not yet.
I am ready, keeper.
Prince Palamon, I must a while bereave you, your fair cousin's company.
How now, keeper? Where's Arcite?
Banished. Prince Pirithous obtained his liberty, but nevermore. Upon his oath and his life, he set foot upon this kingdom.
He's a blessed man. He shall see Thebes again and call to arms the bold young men that, when he bids them charge, fall on like fire. Arcite shall have a fortune if he dare make himself a worthy lover. Yet, in the field to strike a battle for her, and if he lose her then, he's a cold coward. How bravely may he bear himself to win her if he be noble Arcite, 1,000 ways. Were I at liberty, I would do things of such a virtuous greatness, this blushing virgin should take manhood to her and seek to ravish me.
My lord, for you I have this charge to.
Discharge my life?
No, But from this place to remove your lordship, the windows are too open.
Devils, take 'em that are so envious to me. Prithee, kill me.
And hang you afterward.
Had I a sword, I would kill thee.
Why, my lord?
Thou bringest such pelting scurvy news continually. Thou art not worthy life. I will not go.
Indeed, you you must, my lord.
May I see the garden?
No.
Then I am resolved. I will not go.
Then I must contain you then, and for you are dangerous. I'll clap you and I'll clap more irons on you.
Do good keeper, I'll shake 'em so you shall not sleep. I'll make you a new Morris. Must I go?
There is no remedy.
Farewell, kind window. May rude wind never hurt thee. Ah, my lady, if ever thou hast felt what sorrow was, dream how I suffer. Come, now bury me. My masters, I'll be there. That's certain.
And I'll be there.
And I.
Why then have with you, boys? 'Tis but a chiding. Let the plough play today. I'll tickle it out of the jade's tails tomorrow.
I am sure to have my wife as jealous as a turkey, but that's all one. I'll go through. Let her mumble.
Clap her aboard tomorrow night and stow her, and all's made up again.
Do you put a fescue in her fist, and you shall see her take a new lesson out and be a good wench? Do you all hold against the main?
Hold? What should ail us?
Arcus will be there.
Why, and Senwa and Ricus and 3 better lads ne'er danced under green tree. And you know what? Wenches! Ha! But will the dainty doe mine, the schoolmaster, keep touch? Do you think? For he does all, you know.
He'll eat a horn book ere he fail. Go to, the matter's too far driven between them and the tanner's daughter to let slip now. And she must see the duke, and she must dance too.
Shall we be lusty?
All the boys in Athens blow wind in the breeches on, and here I'll be, and there I'll be, for our town, and here again, and there again. Boys, hey for the weavers.
This must be done in the woods.
Oh, pardon me.
Oh, by any means, our thing of learning says so. Weary himself will edify the Duke most parlously on our behalfs. He's excellent in the woods. Bring him to the plains. His learning makes no cry.
We'll see the sports. Then every man's to tackle, and sweet companions, let's rehearse by any means before the ladies see us, and do sweetly, and God knows what may come on't.
Content. The sports once ended will perform. Away, boys, and hold.
By your leaves, honest friends, pray you, whither go you?
Whither? Why, what a question's that?
Yes, 'tis a question to me that know not.
To the games, my friend.
Where were you bred? You know it not?
Not far, sir. Are there such games today?
Yes. Mary, are there? And such as you never saw. The Duke himself will be in person there.
What pastimes are they?
Oh, wrestling and running. 'Tis a pretty fellow.
Thou wilt not go along?
Not yet, sir.
Well, sir, take your own time. Come on, boys.
My mind misgives me. This fellow has a vengeance trick of the hip. Mark how his body is made for it.
I'll be hanged, though, if he dare venture. Hang him, plum porridge. He wrestle. He roast eggs. Come, let's be gone, lads.
Why should I love this gentleman? 'Tis odds he will never affect me. I am base, my father the mean keeper of his prison, and he a prince. To marry him is hopeless, to be his whore is witless. Out upon what pushes are we wenches driven to when 15 once has found us? First I saw him, I, seeing, thought he was a goodly man. He has at much to please a woman in him, if he pleased to bestow it so as ever these eyes yet looked on. Next I pitied him, and so would any young wench. Oh, my conscience, that ever dreamed or vowed her maidenhead to a young, handsome man. Then I loved him, extremely loved him, infinitely loved him, and yet he had a cousin, fair as he too. But in my heart was Palamon, and there, Lord, what a coil he keeps! To hear him sing in an evening, what a heaven it is! And yet his songs are sad ones. Fairer spoken was never gentleman. When I come in to bring him water in a morning, first he bows his noble body, then salutes me thus: Fair, gentle maid, good morrow. May thy goodness get thee a happy husband. Once he kissed me. I loved my lips the better 10 days after. Would he would do so every day. He grieves much, and me as much to see his misery. What should I do to make him know I love him? For I would fain enjoy him. Say I ventured to set him free. What says the law then? Thus much for a law or kindred. I will do it, and this night or tomorrow he shall love me. Let all the dukes and all the devils roar. He is at liberty. I have ventured for him, and out I have brought him to a little wood. A mile hence I have sent him, where a cedar higher than all the rest spreads like a plain, fast by a brook, and there he shall keep close, till I provide him files and food, for yet his iron bracelets are not off. Oh, love, what a stout-hearted child thou art! My father durst better have endured cold iron than done it. I love him beyond love and beyond reason or wit or safety. I have made him know it. I care not. I am desperate. If the law find me and then condemn me for it, some wenches, some honest-hearted maids will sing my dirge, and tell to memory my death was noble, dying almost a martyr. That way he takes, I purpose is my way too. Since he cannot be so unmanly as to leave me there, if he do, maids will not so easily trust men again. And yet he has not thanked me for what I have done, no, not so much as kissed me. And that, methinks, is not so well, nor scarcely could I persuade him to become a free man. He made such scruples of the wrong he did to me and to my father, yet I hope, when he considers more, this love of mine will take more root within him. Let him do what he will with me, so he use me kindly, for use me so he shall, or I'll proclaim him, and to his face no man. I'll presently provide him necessaries, and pack my clothes up, and where there is a path of ground I'll venture, so he be with me. By him like a shadow I'll ever dwell. Within this hour the hubbub will be all o'er the prison. I am then kissing the man they look for. Farewell, father. Get many more such prisoners, and such daughters, and shortly you may keep yourself. Now to him. He has mistook the break I meant, is gone after his fancy. 'Tis now well nigh morning. No matter, would it were perpetual night, and darkness lord of the world. Hark! 'Tis a wolf. In me hath grief slain fear, and but for one thing, I care for nothing, and that is Palamon. I reck not if the wolves would jaw me, so he had this file. What if I hallowed for him? I cannot hallow. If I whooped, what then? If he not answered, I should call a wolf, and do him but that service. I have heard strange howls this livelong night. Why may it not be they have made prey of him? He has no weapons. He cannot run. The jingling of his gyves might call fell things to listen, who have in them a sense to know a man unarmed and can smell where resistance is. I'll set it down. He's torn to pieces. They howled many together, and they then fed on him. So much for that. Be bold to ring the bell. How stand I then? All cheered when he is gone. No, no, I lie. My father's to be hanged for his escape, myself to beg, if I prized life so much as to deny my act, but that I would not. Should I try death by dozens? I am moped. Food took I none these 2 days. Sipped some water. I have not closed mine eyes, save where my lids scoured off their brine. Alas, dissolve my life! Let not my sense unsettle, lest I should drown, or stab, or hang myself. O state of nature, fail together in me, since thy best props are warped. So, which way now? The best way is the next way to a grave. Each errant step beside is torment. Lo, the moon is down, the crickets chirp, the screech owl calls in the dawn. All offices are done, save what I fail in. But the point is this, an end, and that is all.
Oh, Maddie can't hear anything. It's fun. Sucks for her, I guess.
Entire thing deaf.
Okay, now I can hear you.
Oh,
Oh,
Dang, nabbit.
shoot.
Just
Here I
in
was
time to
just
hear
forgot-
sucks for her, I guess.
That wasn't directed toward you or the daughter.
I'm sure.
No, it was directed towards Cory.
Yes.
Uh-huh. Riddle. I am very cold, and all the stars are out too. The little stars and all that look like aglets. The sun has seen my folly. Palamon! Alas, no, he is in heaven. Where am I now? Yonder's the sea, and there's a ship. How it tumbles! And there's a rock lies watching underwater. Now it beats upon it. Now! There's a leak sprung, a sound one. How they cry! Open her before the wind, you'll lose all else. Up with a course or two and tack about, boys! Good night. You're gone. I am very hungry. Would I could find a fine frog. He would tell me news of all parts of the world. Then would I make a carrack of a cockleshell and sail by east and northeast to the king of pygmies, for he tells fortunes rarely. Now my father, 20 to 1, is trussed up in a trice. Tomorrow morning I'll say never a word, for I'll cut my green coat a foot above my knee, and I'll clip my yellow locks an inch below mine eye. Hey, nonny, he's by me a white cut, worth 4 to ride, and I'll seek him through the world that is so wide. Hey, nonny. Oh, for a prick now, like a nightingale, to put my breast against, I shall sleep like a top else.
Fie. What tedious and insanity is here among you. Have my rudiments been labored for so long with you, milked onto and by a figure, even the very plumb and brow of marrow of my understanding laid upon you, and yet you still cry, where, and how, and wherefore? You most coarse freeze capacities, you be G judgments. Have I just been said, let be thus, and there let be, and then let be, and no man can understand me. Pro diem meus fideius. You're all dunces. For while here I stand, here the Duke comes. There you are, close in a thicket. The Duke appears. I meet him, and onto him I utter learned things, and many figures. He hears and nods and hums, and then he cries, rare. And I go forward at my length and fling my cap up, mark there, and then you do was once the meagler. And hear the boar, beak come out before them. Like true lovers, cast yourselves upon a bloody descent, and sweetly by a figure trace and turn boys.
And sweetly we will do it, Master Gerald.
Draw up the company. Where's the taborer?
Why, Timothy,
Here, my mad boys, have at ye.
But I say, where's their women?
Is frizzin' muddlin'.
Oh, and little Luce with the white legs and bouncing Barbary.
And freckled Nell, that never failed her master.
Where be your ribbons, maids? Swim with your bodies and carry sweetly delivered. And now and then a favor and frisk.
Let us alone, sir.
Where's the rest of the muscle of music?
dispersed as you commanded.
Couple, then, and see what's wanting. Where's Baravian? My friend, carry your tale without offense, or scandal to the ladies, and sure trouble the audacity of manhood, and when you bark, do it with judgment.
Yes, sir.
Oh, quotas in tandem. Here is a woman waiting.
We may all go whistle, all the fat's in the fire.
We have, as learned authors utter, wash a tile. We have been fatis and labored vainly.
Well, this is that scornful piece, that scurvy Hilding that gave her promise faithfully she would be here. Cicely, the sempster's daughter, the next gloves that I give her shall be dark skin. Nay, and she failed me once. You can tell, Arcus, she swore by vine and bread she would not break.
An eel and woman and learned poets say, unless by thy tail and with thy teeth thou hold, will either fail in manners. This was false position.
A fire ill take her. Does she flinch now?
What shall we determine, sir?
Nothing. Our business is become nullity, yeah? And a woeful and piteous nullity.
Now, when the credit of our town lay on it, now to be frample, now to piss of the nettle, go thy ways. I'll remember thee, I'll fit thee.
The George Allow come from the south, from the coast of Barbary, and there he met with brave gallants of war. By one, by two, by three, well hailed, you jolly gallants, and whither now are you bound? Oh, let me have your company till I come to the sound. There were 3 fools, fell out about an owlet. The one he said was an owl, the other he said nay, the third he said it was a hawk, and her bells were cut away.
There's a dainty mad woman, master, come, I think, as mad as a March hare. If we can get her dance, we are made again. I warrant her she'll do the rarest gambols.
A mad woman? We are made, boys!
Are you mad, good woman?
I would be sorry else. Give me your hand.
Why?
I can tell your fortune. You are a fool. Tell 10. I have posted him, Buzz! Friend, you must eat no white bread. If you do, your teeth will bleed extremely. Shall we dance, ho? I know you. You're a tinker. Sirrah Tinker. Stop no more holes but what you should.
Dear Bonnie, a tinker damsel?
Or a conjurer. Raise me a devil now and let him play. Ci passa the bells and bones.
Go, take her, and fluently persuade her to peace. Et opus egri, quand nec novis era, neci ignis. Strike up and lead her in.
Come, lass, let's trip it.
I'll lead.
Do.
Persuasively and cuttingly. Away, boys, I hear the horns. Give me some mediation and mark your cue. Paris, inspire me.
This way the stag took.
Stay and edify.
What have we here?
Some country sport upon my life, sir.
Well, sir, go forward. We will edify. Ladies, sit down. We'll stay it.
Oh, thou doughty Duke, all hail, sweet ladies.
This is a cold beginning.
If you but favor our country pastime is made, we are a few of these collected here. The rudder tongues distinguished villager, and and to say verify is not to fable, but a merry rout, or else a rabble, a company, or by a figure of chorus, that faux dignity, that dance of Morris, that I am a rectifier of all by the Pythagoras that let fall, the birch upon the breeches of the small ones, the humble of a furrow the tall ones. I do here present this machine or this fame, a dainty duke, or those doughty dismal fame, from dis to Daedalus, and from post to pillar is blown away. Help me, thy poor well wilter, and with thy twinkling eye look right and straight upon this mighty moor of mickle weight, is now comes in with being glued together, makes Morris, and cause that we make hither the body of our sport, and no small study. I first appear, though rude and raw and muddy, to speak before thy noble grace tenor, at whose great feet I offer my penner. The next Lord of May and Lady of Bright, chambermaid and serving of night, that seek out silent and hear mine host, and his fat spouse, and welcoming at their cost, at the gallant traveler, and beckoning informs the tapester, and inflaming of the reckoning. Then the beast-sitting clown, and next the fool, the bavian, and the long-necked tool, come Mathless Alice, then make dance, say aye, and all shall presently advance.
Aye, aye, by any means, dear Daman.
Produce!
Infiltrate Fidel, come forth and foot it. Ladies, if we've been married, and please ye with dearie, and dearie be down, say schoolmaster's no clown. Duke, if we have pleased thee too, and have done as good boys do, give us but a tree or twain, and maypool again, Erie another year round, and make thee laugh, and all this rout.
Take 20, Domin. How does my sweetheart?
Never so pleased, sir.
'Twas an excellent dance, and for a preface I never heard a better.
Schoolmaster, I thank you. Once seen 'em all, rewarded.
And here's something to paint your pole withal.
Now to our sports again.
May the stag thou hunt stand long, and thou dogs be swift and strong, and may they kill 'em without lets, and let the ladies eat down sets. Come, we are made, dearest Daquius Ohms. We've danced rarely, wenches. Heard you no more? Was nothing said of me concerning the escape of Palamon? Good sir, remember.
Nothing that I heard, for I came home before the business was fully ended. Yet I might perceive, ere I departed, a great likelihood of both their pardons. For Hippolyta and fair-eyed Emily, upon their knees, begged with such handsome pity that the Duke, methought, stood staggering whether he should follow his rash oath or the sweet compassion of those two ladies, and second them that truly noble prince, Pirithous, half his own heart, set in it too. But I hope all shall be well. Neither heard I one question of your name or his scape.
Pray heaven hold it so.
Be of good comfort, man. I bring you news, good news.
They are welcome.
Palamon has cleared you and got your pardon, and discovered how and by whose means he escaped, which was your daughter's, whose pardon is procured too, and the prisoner, not to be held ungrateful to her goodness, has given a sum of money to her marriage, a large one, I'll assure you.
You are a good man, and ever bring good news.
How was it ended?
Why, as it should be. They that ne'er begged, but they prevailed, had their suits fairly granted. The prisoners have their lives.
I knew it would be so.
But there be new conditions, which you'll hear of a better time.
I hope they're good.
They are honorable. How good they'll prove, I know not.
'Twill be known.
Sir, where's your daughter?
Why do you ask?
Oh, sir, when did you see her?
How he looks.
This morning.
Oh, was she well? Was she in health? Sir, when did she sleep?
These are strange questions.
I do not think she was very well. For now, you make me mind her. But this very day, I asked her questions, and she answered me. So far as that, what she was, so childish, so silly, as if she were a fool, and innocent. And I was very angry. But what of her, sir?
Nothing but my pity. But you must know it, and as good by me as by another that less loves her.
Well, sir?
No, sir, not well.
Not right?
Not well.
'Tis too true. She is mad.
It cannot be.
I'll believe you'll find it so.
I have suspected. But what you've told me, the gods comfort her. Either it was a love of Palamon or the fear of miscarrying on his escape, or both.
'Tis likely.
But why all this in haste, sir?
I'll tell you quickly. As I late was angling in the great lake that lies behind the palace, from the far shore, thick set with reeds and sedges, as patiently I was attending sport, I heard a voice, a shrill one, and attentive I gave my ear, when I might well perceive 'twas one that sang, and by the smallness of it, a boy or a woman. I then left my angle to his own skill, came near, and yet perceived who made the sound. The rushes and the reeds had so encompassed it. I laid me down and listened to the words she sung, for then, through a small glade cut by the fishermen, I saw it was your daughter.
Pray go on, sir.
Oh, she sung much, but no sense. Only I heard her repeat this often. Palamon is gone to the wood to gather mulberries. I'll find him out tomorrow. His shackles will betray him. He'll be taken. And what shall I do then? I'll bring a bevy, 100 black-eyed maids that love as I do, with chaplets on their heads and daffodillies, with cherry lips and cheeks of damask roses, and all will dance an antic for the Duke, and beg his pardon. And she talked of you, sir, that you must lose your head tomorrow morning, and she must gather flowers to bury you, and see the house made handsome. Then she sung nothing but well, Willow. And between ever was Palamon. And Palamon was a tall young man. The place was knee-deep where she sat. Her careless tresses, a wreath of bulrush round and about her stuck 1,000 freshwater flowers of several colors, that methought she appeared like the fair nymph that feeds the lake with waters. Or, as Iris newly dropped down from heaven, rings she made of rushes that grew by, and to him spoke the prettiest posies. Thus our true love's tied, this you may lose, not me, and many a one. And then she wept, and sung again, and sighed, and with the same breath smiled and kissed her hand.
Alas, what pity it is.
I made into her. She saw me and straight sought the flood. I saved her and set her safe to land. When presently she slipped away into the city, made with such a cry and swiftness that, believe me, she left me far behind her. 3 or 4 I saw from far off cross her. One of them I knew to be your brother, where she stayed and fell, scarce to be got away. I left them with her, and hither to come to tell you. Oh, here they are.
May you never more enjoy the light. Is this not a fine song?
Oh, very fine one.
I can sing 20 more.
I think you can.
Yes, truly, I can sing The Broom and Bonnie Robin. Are not you a tailor?
Yes.
Where's my wedding gown?
I'll bring it tomorrow.
Do very rarely. I must be abroad else to call the maids and pay the minstrels, for I must lose my maidenhood by cocklight. 'Twill never thrive else. O fair, O sweet.
You must e'en take it patiently.
'Tis true.
Good e'en, good men. Pray, did you ever hear of one young Palamon?
Yes, wench, we know him.
Is't not a fine young gentleman?
'Tis love.
By no mean cross her. She is then distempered, far worse than now she shows.
Yes, he's a fine man.
Oh, is he so? You have a sister.
Yes?
But she shall never have him. Tell her so. For a trick that I know, you'd best look to her. For if she see him once, she's gone. She's done and undone in an hour. All the young maids of our town are in love with him, and I laugh at him and let him all alone. Is not a wise course.
Yes.
There is at least 200 now with child by him. There must be 4. Yet I keep close for all this, close as a cockle, and all these must be boys. He has the trick on't. And at 10 years old they must all gelt for musicians and sing the wars of Theseus.
This is strange.
As ever you heard, but say nothing.
No.
They come from all parts of the dukedom to him. I'll warrant you, he had not so few last night as 20 to dispatch. He'll tickle up in 2 hours if his hand be in.
She's lost past all cure.
Heaven forbid, man.
Come hither.
You are a wise man.
Does she know him?
No, what she did.
You are master of a ship.
Yes.
Where is your compass?
Here.
Set it to the north, and now direct your course to the wood where Palamon lies longing for me. For the tackling, let me alone. Come, weigh my hearts cheerily.
Wait.
Top the boat.
Tis up.
Wind's fair.
Wind's fair.
The
Top
mainsail.
the bowline. Up with the mainsail. Where's your whistle?
Boom.
Let's get her in.
Up to the top, boys.
Where's the pilot?
Here.
What canst thou?
A fair wood.
Bear for it, master. Tack about! When Cynthia with her borrowed light.
Her distraction is more at some time of the moon than at some other some, is it not?
She's continuing is a harmless demeanor, distemper, sleep a little altogether without appetite, save often drinking, dreaming of another world, the other better with broken piece of matter, so as she's about, the name, Palamon lauds it. She farces every business withal, fits to every question. Look, where she comes. You'll perceive her behavior.
I've quite forgot it quite. The Burdinant was down and down and penned by no worse man than Geraldo, Emilius Schoolmaster. He's as fantastical, too, as ever he may go upon's legs. For in the next world will Dido see Palamon, and then will she be out of love with Aeneas.
What stuff's here, poor soul.
And thus all day long.
Now for this charm that I told you of, you must bring a piece of silver on the tip of your tongue, or no fairy. Then if it be your chance to come where the blessed spirits are, there's a sight now. We maids that have our livers perished, cracked to pieces with love, we shall come there and do nothing all day long but pick flowers with Persephone. Then will I make Palamon a nosegay, then let him mark me then.
How prettily she's amiss. Nerve her a little further.
Faith, I'll tell you, sometimes we go to barley break, we of the blesseds. Alas, 'tis a sore life, then have in the other place such burning, frying, boiling, hissing, howling, chattering, cursing. Oh, they have shrewd measure, take heed. If one be mad or hang up or drown themselves, thither they go. Jupiter bless us, and there shall we be put in a cauldron of lead and usurer's grease amongst a whole million of cat purses, and there boil like a gammon of bacon that will never be enough.
How her brain coins.
Lords and courtiers that have got maids with child, they are in this place. They shall stand in fire up to the navel and in the ice, up to the heart, and there the offending part burns and the deceiving part freezes. In troth, a very grievous punishment, as one would think, for such a trifle. Believe me, one would marry a leprous witch to be rid of it, I'll assure you.
How she continues this fancy. 'Tis not an engraft madness, but a most thick and profound melancholy.
To hear a proud lady and a proud city wife howl together, I were a beast, and I'd call it good sport. One cries, oh, this smoke, the other, this fire. One cries, oh, that I ever did it behind the arras, and then howls, the other curses the suing fellow in her garden house. I will be true, my stars, my...
What think of her, sir?
I think she has a perturbed mind, which I cannot minister to.
Alas, what then?
Understand you she ever affected any man ere she beheld Palamon?
I was once, sir, in a great hope she had fixated her likings on this gentleman, my friend.
I did think so too. And would account I had a great pennyworth on to give half my state that both she and I, at this present, stood unfeignedly on same terms.
This intemperate surfeit of her eye hath distempered the other senses. They may return and settle again to execute their preordained faculties, but they are now in a most extravagant vagary. This you must do. Confine her to a place where the light may rather seem to steal in than be permitted. Take upon you, young sir, her friend, the name of Palamon. Say you come to eat with her and to commune of love. This will catch her attention, for this her mind beats upon. Other objects are inserted between her mind and eye, become the pranks and friskins of her madness. Sing to her such green songs of love as she says Palamon hath sung in prison. Come to her stuck in as sweet flowers as the season is mistress of, and thereto make an addition of some other compounded odors which are grateful to the sense. All this shall become Palamon, for Palamon can sing, and Palamon is sweet and every good thing. Desire to eat with her, carve her, drink to her, and still among intermingle your petition of grace and acceptance into her favor. Learn what maids have been her companions and playfares, and let them repair to her with Palamon in their mouths, and appear with tokens as if they suggested for him. It is a falsehood she is in, which is with falsehoods to be combated. This may bring her to eat, to sleep, and reduce what's now out of square in her into their former law and regiment. I have seen it approved, how many times I know not, but to make the number more, I have great hope in this. I will, between the passages in this project, come in with my appliance. Let us put it in execution and hasten the success, which, doubt not, will bring forth comfort. Has this advice I told you done any good upon her?
Oh, very much. The maids that kept her company have persuaded her that I am Palamon. Within this half hour, she came smiling to me and asked me what I would eat and when I would kiss her. I told her presently. I kissed her twice.
'Twas well done. 20 times had been far better, for there the cure lies mainly.
Then she told me she would watch with me tonight, for well she knew what hour my fit would take me.
Let her do so, and when your fit comes, fit her home, and presently.
But she would have me sing.
You did so?
No.
'Twas very ill done, then. You should observe her every way.
Alas, I have no voice, sir, to confirm her that way.
That's all one. If you make a noise, if she entreat again, do anything. Lie with her if she asks you.
Oh there, Doctor.
Yes, in the way of cure.
But first, by your leave, to weigh honesty.
But that's but a niceness. Ne'er cast your child away for honesty. Cure her first this way, then if she will be honest, she has the path before her.
Thank you, Doctor.
Pray, bring her in and let's see how she is.
I will. Tell her Palamon stays for her. But, Doctor, methinks that you and I is wrong still.
Go. You fathers are fine fools. Her honesty, and we should give her physic till we find that.
Why? Do you think she's not honest, sir?
How old is she?
She's 18.
She may be, but that's all one. 'Tis nothing to our purpose. Whate'er her father says, if you perceive her mood inclining that way I spoke of, videlicet, in the way of flesh, you have me?
Oh, yes. Very well, sir.
Please her appetite, and do at home. It cures her, ipso facto, the melancholy humor that infects her.
I'm of your mind, Doctor.
You'll find it so. She comes, pray, humor her.
Come, your lovely Palamon stays for you, child, and has done this long hour to visit you.
I thank him for his gentle patience. He's a kind gentleman, and I am much bound to him. Did you never see the horse he gave me?
Yes.
How do you like him?
He's a very fair one.
You never saw him dance?
No.
I have often. He dances very finely, very comely, and for a jig come cut and long tail to him, he turns you like a top.
He's fine indeed.
He'll dance the Morris 20 mile an hour, and that will founder the best hobby horse. If I have any skill in all the parish, and gallops to the tune of Light o' Love, what think you of this horse?
Having these virtues, I think he might be brought around to play at tennis.
Alas, that's nothing.
Can he write and read too?
A very fair hand. and casts himself the accounts of all his hay and provender. That hostler must rise betime and cozens him. You know the chestnut mare the Duke has.
Very well.
She is horribly in love with him, poor beast, but he is like his master, coy and scornful.
Oh, what dowry has she?
Some 200 bottles and 20 strike of oats. But he'll never have her. He lisps in neighing able to entice a miller's mare. He'll be the death of her.
What stuff she utters!
Make curtsy, here your love comes.
Pretty soul, how do you? Oh, that's a fine maid. There's a curtsy.
Yours to command in the way of honesty. How far is't now to the end of the world, my masters?
Why, a day's journey, wench.
Will you go with me?
What shall we do there, wench?
Why, play stool ball. What else is there to do?
I'm content if we shall keep our wedding there.
'Tis true. For there, I will assure you, we shall find some blind priest for the purpose that will venture to marry us. For here they are nice and foolish. Besides, my father must be hanged tomorrow, and that would be a blot in the business. Are you not Palamon?
Do not you know me?
Yes, but you care not for me. I have nothing but this poor petticoat and 2 coarse smocks.
That's all one. I will have you.
Will you surely?
Yes, by this fair hand will I.
Will to bed then?
Well, and when you will.
Oh, sir, you would fain be nibbling.
Why do you rub my kiss off?
'Tis a sweet one, and will perfume me finely against the wedding. Is not this your cousin Arcite?
Yes, sweetheart, and I am glad my cousin Palamon has made so fair a choice.
Do you think he'll have me?
Yes, without a doubt.
We shall have many children. Lord, how you've grown! My Palamon, I hope, will grow too, finally. Now he's at liberty. Alas, poor chicken, he was kept down with hard meat and ill lodging. But I'll kiss him again.
What do you do here? You'll lose the noblest sight that e'er was seen.
Are they in the field?
They are. You bear a charge there too.
I'll straight away. I mustn't leave you here.
Nay, we'll go with you. I will not lose the sight.
How did you like her?
I'll warrant you, within these 3 or 4 days, I'll make her right again. You must not from her, but still preserve her in this way.
I will.
Let's get her in.
Come, sweet, we'll go to dinner, and then we'll play at cards.
And shall we kiss too?
100 times.
And 20.
And 20.
And then we'll sleep together.
Take her off her.
Yes, Mary, we will.
But you shall not hurt me.
Oh, I will not, sweet.
If you do, love, I'll cry.
My friend, your gentle daughter gave me freedom once. You'll see it done now forever. But how does she? I heard she was not well. Her kind of ill gave me some sorrow.
Sir, she's well restored, and to be married, actually.
My short life, I am most glad on it. 'Tis the latest thing I should be glad of. Prithee tell her so. Commend me to her, and to piece her portion, tender her this.
Nay, let's be offers all.
Is it a maid?
Verily, I think so. A right good creature, more to me deserving than I can quit or speak of.
Commend us
Commend
to
us
her.
to her.
The gods requite you all, and make her thankful.
Adieu. And let my life be now as short as my leave taking.
Can we talk
Oh,
about the
Nathan, this is
extremely
stupid.
problematic doctor?
Yeah,
hey?
that's so problematic. Like, actually, really
Jeez.
problematic. Hey,
I
No,
was
no.
just
I was
tell her.
uncomfortable while doing it. Like,
Just tell her just tell her it's the girl. Just tell her it's the guy she likes.
No. If
We'll
this
convince her.
deeply mentally ill teenager asks you to have sex with her, just do it. What could go wrong?
If she asks you to pretend to be her pseudo ex and sleep with
I
her,
see no
just
problem
go
with
with
this.
it.
yeah.
Just say yes.
Just do it. It's not that hard.
Yeah, Shakespeare wasn't subtle with that one.
No.
Yeah.
I
Shakespeare-
appreciate Jacob, you saying the jailer is a villain, because he's definitely not. He just is trusting the advice of a doctor.
Yeah.
He's
That's
even
why
the
we-
only one that ever questions it.
That's why I was fighting it. When you guys
Yeah,
were like,
hell
"Yeah, just a villain,"
yeah.
I'm like, "No, he's just listening to what a literally anyone's like, you should use mercury to cure your poisons." Like back then,
Oh, no.
yep, totally agree with you. Let's do mercury.
Joey, can you put your call on speaker? I want to get in on this.
Yeah, Joey.
Yeah,
Actually, I
Joey,
have a
Joey.
lot to
don't
Joey.
I don't think he can hear us.
Very pointedly telling us that he will not.
Joey. Joey, tell
Give
them
me a
we'll
second.
get them on.
No! I love
All right,
that.
lovelies. This has been great. Catch you on the flippity flip.